we now go inside out and bring in SNY NBA insider Ian Begley. And Ian, last year we might have asked you, I don't know, 15, 20 times if this was the Knicks' low point of the season. So we'll try to come up with something new here. But how do you explain giving up 145 points at home to a team that entered Sunday 2 games under 500?
Eamon, I appreciate the creativity. And that question, I think, is one that is being asked up and down the organization, probably starting with owner James Dolan, because these are the kinds of losses that this Knick franchise, Leon Rose era, Tom Thibodeau era, just where they are and what they've done to this point, they couldn't afford to have too many of these kinds of losses, the kinds of losses where you're just scratching your head about how did this happen? This is a result that shouldn't happen. And we saw it against Atlanta at home, right? When they were up big in the first half, blew that lead. We saw it in Brooklyn when they were non-competitive. And here we are, Eamon, talking again about a game where you're a Knicks fan and you're just wondering, how does this happen, right? Because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, very good player. Josh Giddey, very good player. But the way Oklahoma City shot the ball from 3, I mean, they came into Sunday's game ranked 29th. In three-point field goal percentage, and they lit the Knicks up from beyond the arc. And it was just an ugly afternoon for everyone involved on the home side.
RJ Barrett plays a season-low 19 minutes, only 2 in the second half. Why did Barrett stay stuck on the bench in this one?
Yeah, Tom Thibodeau said that he liked the group mid-third quarter in that stretch where Barrett was on the bench. He thought that they gave the Knicks a little bit of life. And then later on, he went to Evan Fournier in the fourth. Fournier played the entire fourth quarter, and he said, you know, we got it to 10 to 8, and I just wanted to see where that group could go. Obviously, the 5 guys on the floor could not close the gap completely, and the Thunder ultimately walk off the floor with a win. And now, you know, the Knicks, it's not like they're reeling, right? The record is probably around what most people thought it would be at this point in the season, but the way they're losing games, the way they've lost some of these games lately, I think it leads to internal questions in this organization.
And things don't get any easier as they begin a gauntlet of a road trip starting Tuesday in Utah. So how warm, you talked about internal meetings, how warm is the seat under Tom Thibodeau right now?
I think it's warm. It's warm, and I think that, you know, just my guess, right, if you get a few more games like this where the Knicks just aren't competing enough on the defensive end, and they look like they've let go of the rope for too long of stretches of a game on this West Coast trip here, I would expect there to be a significant change, whether it's Tom Thibodeau or something else, because this is a team that I think, again, top on down, this organization expected to have this team competing much better than it did on Sunday, much better than it has in recent games. So if you have another few of those games on this trip where the Knicks just look terrible, I think there's going to be a big change made, again, whether it's Thibodeau or something else.